Hey everyone, welcome back to a new Wizard101 video. I feel like my voice sounds horrible for this video, but I mean, in general, like, am I sick? Yes. Is this the worst day so far? Yes. But I don't feel that bad. Like, I feel like I could get up and do whatever I want. So it's not like I'm sick where I'm stuck in bed. I'm sick where it's just annoying. And this is only day 2 of this cold, but today's worse than yesterday was. So that's how it's been for the last few videos. And here it is for this one. Hope you guys can kind of deal with it, but today we are going to be looking at my Fire's level 120 gear because we finally hit level 120. It took us forever to get here, and the last walkthrough that Blue and I did, we stopped at the Baron, so we are going to be doing that next time. But since we hit 120, I did say I was going to do this video at some point, so here it is. We are finally going to be looking at all the gear that I have for level 120 so far. And basically, I've got a lot of it. And there's one piece of gear that I've been farming for a long time that you guys have seen if you've been watching my weekly live streams. That live stream, by the way, will happen tomorrow on Sunday. Unless I'm super sick. Unless it's worse. Unless I'm like worse than I am today. That stream will be tomorrow at probably 2 p.m. Central, I say. It's either 1 or 2 p.m. Central. It depends like what I have going on. But I'm going to plan on 2. So 2 Central tomorrow is when I will start that stream. There will be a countdown timer beginning 30 minutes before it starts. So that'll be happening tomorrow. Basically, in this video, we're just going to go over all the gear. The only piece of gear that I'm going for still from that live stream is the deck. So we're going for either the Rat Triangle deck or the Omen Triangle deck. So those are basically the 2 options. But let's go ahead and get started. So hanging out in the Ruble Waste just because that's where I left off with the walkthrough. And I guess we could, I'm going to keep them out on because that's part of the gear, I guess. But here we go. Let's just look at my overall stats. These are what I'm using if I'm going for crit and damage on this character. 134 damage is really good. And the resist is also really good. Accuracy is way more than you need for a fire. And my crit is going to be 64%. I can't get as much crit on this as I can on my storm. That's just how it works. And I'm perfectly fine with 64% crit. I don't expect to crit all the time on my fire. That's kind of not what I'm going for. I'm really going for the damage. 134 damage is great. And then no block, because why would I need block? I mean, unless you're soloing, I feel like I don't really need this. Or you're going up against a hard boss, I feel like you don't need that much block. I got some pierce there. And then that 82% power pip, that could be helped along a little bit by different pieces of gear. I don't have any jewels for power pips right now. So that's also one thing that will have to be fixed at some point. But for now, this is what we got. So let's go ahead and look at the gear. Starting off, we got the Crocopatra Inferno Fez, and that is from, Crocopatra Exalted Duel, and I think it's one of the best hats in the game, if not the best. I don't even have the Master one, so I can't compare it, but I feel like most fire people will use this, just because it's really good, and it's level 100, but it's still really good, so it's good for level 120. A lot of people use it, high crit, good damage, and then, I mean, it's just balanced. It's just balanced stats, so why not use it, That's kind of what the Darkmoor gear is, too. So, Darkmoor robe, gotta use it. It's really good. And, I don't think I have any other options for this. I've got some of these. I mean, these aren't even good. That's from Omen. Not even good. This is the only option for that. So, super good robe from Darkmoor. And then, of course, this one is where I can have 2 options. So, the Dahlia Shoes are from the Professor's Horde Pack level 120, and then I've got the Master Boots from Darkmoor. This is where you kind of decide if you want to go for a block setup or a crit and damage setup. The Darkmoor Boots have the block. They have the same resist, so resist doesn't even matter there. They have pierce, and honestly, the Dahlia Shoes are just have a lot of better stats. Like, okay, there's give and take on each side. So, you would go for the Darkmoor ones if you want block, and basically you're going to take a hit in the damage department because you're going to have 4% less damage. So, that's what you would choose. If you wanted just critical and damage, you would go for these, because 110 critical just from the boots, a lot of damage, and then the other stats are just really good as well. So, I think they're good. I don't have a stitch for them yet. Maybe I'll try to get it at some point, but that's what I'm going to be using for the walkthrough, just because I don't need block. I really don't. It's not a problem. If I do get low on health, then I can get healed. So it's not something that I'm really going for. If I was soloing, I would go for these because block is important if you're soloing, or if you're going against a difficult boss that can crit a lot and deal a lot of damage. But I think these shoes are really good. That's why I use them. I also use them on my storm for certain gear setups. So I'm also using the 120 Professor's Horde Pack wand for fire. High damage, good crit, and just overall I feel like it's what I'm going for with this set, so I'm going to use it. No stitch on it, but that's fine for now. The other options, I've been using this. This has good crit and block, but less damage. So that's the give and take of that one. The other one is this, but I feel like this one has higher damage. But for me, I don't need the pierce, and I'm just going for crit and damage, so I feel like this one's a little better for it. But that one you can choose. If you want to use this one, you can. If you can't get this wand from the pack, use this one. It's fine, you know? It's a high amount of damage, which is basically what you're going for with these staves. You're going for high damage, so that's what you get there. I also have this one, but that's just pure crit, and I feel like if I use this, I wouldn't have 19% damage. 19% damage is so big that I feel like you'd be missing out on a lot if you didn't use this. These I feel like are kind of not used as much anymore. I also have the Master Staff, but I would only use this for Pierce because it has no damage at all. So definitely I like the damage in the critical ones. That's why I'm using that. This one is from Darkmoor. It's probably the best one for fire in the game. And you can get the Pierce. You can socket the Pierce jewels. I have the... Honestly, for fire, I'm not sure if I need that much accuracy. I have the 11% accuracy socketed there. I'm wondering if I could put the power pip, but it depends. I don't know. It depends if I need more power pip at some point, which I might. So that could be changed for power pip at some point, but it's just really good. I don't even have the other option, which is the Morganth one, I think. I don't have that one, but yeah, this one's really good. So I'm just gonna be using this one for a long time. Good Pierce. If you wanted a crit setup, you could get one of these and put the crit jewels in there, but I feel like the Pierce is fine. So that's what I'm using for the theme. And then the amulet is going to be Morganth. I have the amulet from the rat, but this is for defense. And it's not even that much of a better defense than the Morganth one, because you get the block, but it's not even that much more block. It's like 30 block and 1% more resist. So I'd rather use this one. Like, this one's just good. So Morganth amulets have been good for a long time, so I'm just going to continue using it, and a lot of people are going to continue using these because they're the best, so you might as well use it. And then for the ring, this is where I just switched it up to the Mithraea Blazing Loop, because this is from the Mimic, and in my large and I don't know, frustrating farming sessions of the Mimic, I got plenty of fire rings. So this is what I have socketed on, or this is what I have, and then on the sockets I have the Pierce, some health, and then I just, for the square socket, I just decided to put in just a random one that could be helpful, and that's for Shadow, because there are a lot of bosses that use Shadow spells, so that could help with the defense on that. But the square socket is just up to you. It's whatever you want to put in there on those. Sometimes on my storm I'll put in the resilient ones to help against stuns, to have like a small chance to block to block stuns, basically resist the stun. So there's plenty of options there, but this is just what I have. The other one would be the Alpha and Omega ring, which I've been using for a while, and this one, it's less damage but high power pip. So the reason that I have low power pip right now is because I'm using this. So you kind of need to make up for it in some way. That's why I would maybe consider putting power pip into this one, but for now it's fine, and I'm just going to be continuing using the crit and the damage ring because that's all I really care about. So this one gives more damage, way more crit, no power pip, but I feel like that's okay. Is it gonna be bad if I don't get? I mean, I could make up so much power pip if I got the deck. I just don't have the deck. So you guys know the pet Spike has been around for a little bit, and he's gives us a lot of damage, a lot of resist. So I'm happy with that, and one power pip, so that's good. The mount, I'm just using Balance Culture because I don't have the fire one. And then the deck is what we're going to be farming for tomorrow. I'm hoping I can get a triangle deck from the rat. I haven't gotten any except this one, and this is the tier deck. So basically I want this, but just triangle, so I can socket a power pip Do I have any power pip on me? That's not a good one. I don't have any on me, but I think I have some in my shared bank or on a different character. But I would put on a 10 or I think, is there 11% power pip? I'm not sure. Whatever the highest amount is, I'll look for that and see if I got one, and then socket that. And that will help me a lot because that will get me up to like 90 something power pip, over 90. So that's a lot better than 82. But that's what we're going for. So I don't have all the perfect gear on this character yet, but we're making our way. So I think that's about it. I mean, this is what we're going to be going for, the deck. Once we get the triangle deck, I'm pretty much set. Is there anything else that I would really go for? I don't think so. Like, I don't really need to farm for anything else. I need to farm for this stitch on the boots, just so I have 2 different ones. And then I feel like that's it. So fire is almost there, and at least for PvE. And I'm excited for it. So we have one piece of gear really that we're going for, the deck. So tune in tomorrow for that, and hopefully I'm feeling better. But I hope you guys stuck through this video with my voice. If it sounds different, I'm sorry. That's just how it is when I'm sick. So that is going to do it. I need to end this video. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hope it helped, just for you guys to kind of look at what some of the best fire gear in the game is, at least at max level. And this pieces of gear, I mean, you can use a lot of this at level 100. Like this 100, this 100, and the wand and the boots are 120, but you can find other variants of those. This is 100. I mean, a lot of the gear that we use is level 100. Seriously, like we haven't had a big gear overhaul since, you know, Darkmoor, really, like, and Morganth, because this is from Morganth. That's level 120, but I was using this, which was level 90. You know, Alpha and Omega has been good since level 90. So yeah, but that's about it. So thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe if you want to see more videos in the future. Like this video if you guys stuck all the way through and enjoyed it, and I'll see you all next time.